This is Panda Express 65 and I'm back at the exact same place where I left you last time. I'm going to start off with the pursuit, pretty easy one. I'm not trying to look for an open event, I'm trying to look for something fairly simple. Because of my previous endeavors in the pursuit thing, I started off with the Heat 3. When you first start, you won't be a Heat 3, you'll start with Heat 1. And if you escape on a certain heat, then that will be the heat. With the car I have currently, the highest heat I can get to is Heat 5. Pretty much all we're trying to do is just run away from the cops. This can take long periods of time. The best way is just to go really far, really fast, so they don't have time to set up. The little meter at the bottom of my thing, that's just the bar that's gonna tell me when I'm about to get caught. That thing that I just knocked back there was a rhino. Rhinos are like the juggernauts of Need for Speed World. And then I'll show you the actual ability, Juggernaut. Pretty much I can just literally roll. That's really much the power of a rhino. He just knocked out his own man just to get me, and then did nothing to me. Well, as soon as I get the chance, I'm gonna try to escape by pressing 2, which is emergency evade. And stopping in front of a roadblock usually should do the trick for your evasion. This time it didn't, because I stopped a little too late. Taking turns away, it raises your bar for a little second, and then your escape bar just skyrockets higher. On my map, you can see where roadblocks placed and everything, but on because I have an ability called Cop Radar. I can see where the police are. Usually, that's not an ability you have, so you're pretty much blindly letting them come at you. All you know is when a rhino is coming and when there's a spike strip down. On most games, it's better to okay, I'm on Federal. Odds of escaping are lower now, very low. But usually you would expect to take the back routes. In this, taking the main route's like the best way to go, because they block off all of the back roads and it's hard to get around them. You get pretty decent money from it. And now I will show you a team escape pursuit. You actually are competing against these guys. The 30-second rule still applies, so they could be the reason why you lose. Your own teammates. There's no like team racing in this game. Well, this guy's car, I'll just show you an analysis of a car. Brakes usually, or tires I meant to say, sorry, tires help you go faster. They're not really the speed things. They increase control and raise your acceleration quite a bit. A lot of times it cuts you off when you're doing whatever you're doing. It always gives you tips and hints, like controls or chat or something like that. In this mode, I can touch them, I see them. But instead of me being everyone for themselves, literally, it's only somewhat like that when it's a time to leave. You see, I would have knocked that guy back usually, but team evade, so they're harder. The bar is also raised higher, or raised faster in this mode. This is not like I don't have to fill out a bar to get through this. In this, I have to just go a certain distance in a certain time. You start with 5 minutes, but it's still true that if someone finishes, I have to be done within 30 seconds of them. So it's still a race of speed. And there's still obstacles that they knock down, or they don't knock it down particularly to stop you, but it's very possible that it does. Like what just happened. Juggernaut's a good way to keep them away, because if they do hit you, it's like that. It still hurt because it was a rhino, but I did knock him away because I have something called collision force, and that increases by 23%. My friend actually did. He bought it 25. He bought 25% by you have five slots, I think, and he filled each one of those with the 5%, which is like a stock in the power ups thing, and that's what I mean. Yeah, some of the cops are pretty dumb and they drive into random things because sometimes they're after you in particularly. Or not you, but your teammate, and if your teammate's right in front of them, they'll go straight even if there's something there. It's always weird when like the guy comes and he like starts talking. I'm like, oh, he hit me, he hit me, right? Then he's like on his back and like crushed the car, but he's still like talking through a mic. Well, it takes about like a minute to get through every 10,000 feet, and that was like 10 cops hitting me from the back. So I'm just gonna knock down a dinosaur to drop on them. It doesn't slow them down because they teleport out of nowhere. And sometimes you'll get the rare occasion when when there's a cop off duty that's simply like they're red. Those are like disabled cops or cops that are off duty. Then if they start flashing, they mean they're back online or they've like been called to duty. In the new version, there's no more of the like if I just hit a whole bunch of things in free roam, the cops will come. There's no more of that stuff. Well, my timer's running out, so I have to hurry up and beat this. Both of my timers. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, you also have a certain amount of strikes. Strikes are like when you get busted, which is getting caught. They surround you, your meter fills out, and when that happens, the smartest thing to do is just hope that everyone doesn't finish. Because if everyone finishes, then you're done too. I'm trying to finish it in under or in over a minute, so I still have a minute left, which is hard to do for some people. This one guy, the people in front of me are gonna do it. Some of them, since I'm in last place, I'm probably not gonna do it. One guy just did it, or he's almost there. He's like at 300. See, since he just finished, I only have 25. I had 30 seconds, but then they're seconds. They go by pretty fast. It's just down this hill in a couple turns. The hard part is there's like a roadblock set up at almost every. Well, when I usually play this, if you play it on a higher level. See, I'm probably not gonna escape there because they easily just stop me. But you still get a lot of money even if you don't escape. Now I gotta just show you one more thing. Because after these things, you get beat on pretty badly, so they have you repair your car. When you first get it, they give you 500 free boost, which you can use to get insurance twice for about 2 weeks. Yes, for exactly 2 weeks, 14 days. It's useless. Well, not totally useless. If you're saving up for like another car, like this is the car I'm saving up for. Originally, I was saving up for a C-Class, and the type of C-Class was a Ford GT40. Pretty nice car. The cops actually used it, but then uh, my friend changed my mind, so I should get a Lamborghini. Told me to get a Lamborghini. All these cost money, and this is the only one that does not. It comes no upgrades. Unlike the rest of them that comes somewhat upgraded, this comes completely like nothing. It's pretty much the best B class you're gonna get for nothing. Well, that's enough of that. Bye.